Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So, a lesson I learned in the streets that I've been able to carry over into business has to do with personal boundaries. I've always held a strong sense of who I am and what I will allow and what I won't allow, as far as disrespect, as far as how you can treat me, as far as, the vibe that we're going to engage in, because it doesn't always have to be verbal. If I have a real hard, time relating to somebody, it could just be a thick vibe. This motherfucker something just doesn't feel right. I always have been able to take action and to separate myself from those types of people, to make declarations and statements, and to define what I will tolerate, what I won't tolerate. And I've always been able to bring that to the table. If you don't like it, some people haven't, and they can, take a hike. They can get on down the road. This is how I operate. This is how I deal with people. This is how I am. What you give is what you get. So I give respect, but only if I get it. I was able to transfer that over directly to business. And, sometimes we feel so desperate for that dollar, and we'll put up with all kinds of abuse and all kinds of behavior. Not Sky, not me, man. I don't put up with that shit. I don't need your money that bad. I've been homeless. I've been without. I've searched through dumpsters for food, and I can survive. I'm not desperate for nothing. And I don't ever jump through hoops or act like a punk, act like some kind of chump, allow people to emasculate me, people to make me into some kind of beta, allow people to make me their bitch. I don't even go down that road. I don't even look down it. Because and it doesn't matter how much money I have, it doesn't matter my status. This is the aura that I create. When I go into a business deal, if I don't like somebody, and if I feel like that they're rude, if they're mouthing off, if they are making comments, I will address that shit. I will nip it in the bud. First, I can do it respectfully. And this has happened before, where, because people are people. And in my industry, in the biker industry, there's a lot of guys who think they're tough guys, even up in the dealership world. I go into a parts manager's office one day. This was in one of the Harley Davidson dealerships, and I crash a bunch of dealerships because I make handlebars. I have a handlebar company, so I'm always talking with these types of people. I go into it, and I'm not going to say which one, because then people want to get all political in the comments, but he was a supporter, not a member, and not even an associate, but just one of these supporters of a motorcycle club that I don't like. It's a large 1% club, and he's got his office covered in this stuff. Major political statement. Gang statement. That didn't freak me out. You can have whatever politics you want. I don't give a fuck. But this guy was pushing this attitude. I happened to be wearing a color of a hat. I walked in wearing a red hat, and he didn't like the color. And he made some comment about it. And I'm just like, okay, look, in my head, this is not the way to start off a business deal with gang politics from the streets, this fucking punk. But I need this deal. I need this money. So I was able to just squash that flame out real quick, but only by addressing it like a man directly, not running from it, not beating around the bush, not coming up with some little quick comedic comment to bat, like a tennis match, to bat his little comment back. We're not trolls, and we're not trolling each other, and people get engaged in this. Grown men. I'm 49 years old. I'm not going to get engaged in a little back and forth comment battle about and see if we can one up each other about something. I'm not going to do that. That got old when I was 14, 13 on the playground. That got real old. It just takes being direct. It takes being able to clearly express your goals, your motives, what you're interested in. This can happen in relationships. It's not just business. People put up with all kinds of abuse. And I like to make a lot of videos for men, but this happens to both genders, and I'm here to tell you to stop it. Don't allow people to walk all over you. Don't allow people to make rude comments. Stop those immediately. And if you feel like that it's going down that road, I cut these comments off so quick that the person saying it might not even really realize that he's starting a fight with me. But I have a certain set of boundaries, and I learned this in the streets, because in the streets you have to be able to defend yourself. And a boss, an OG, a real gangster, a leader, isn't going to allow his men, his soldiers, to disrespect him in any way, shape, or form. That kind of playing, that kind of games, you can do that amongst you, but you don't ever step to me with that kind of disrespect. This is serious business. I can kill you, and nobody can stop me. So you better come at me with a certain type of respect, because this could be your life. Now, in the real world, we can't kill people and get away with it and threaten them like that. But I take myself just as serious, whether it's socially or in business, or anywhere. Whether I'm paying for gas at the gas station, anywhere I'm at. I have a certain amount of self-respect. I command a certain amount of self-respect. I give it, I hold doors open, I show courtesy. But the second I get a little whiff, just a little sniff of somebody who's trying to bring me down, because people do this all day long. They try to bring you down. It's a game that little betas play, little weak motherfuckers play, where they try to go around and take people down a notch because it makes them feel good. They think that they're going to play leapfrog. Like, that's how social hierarchy works. That's how work hierarchy is. People think that, they could sit there and run their mouth about you at work, and somehow that's going to make them more of the go-to person. That's going to make them your boss or something. That's going to make them have seniority. That's going to make them better than you in some way. I don't tolerate that shit. I go directly, and I always try to corner this person face to face. I don't do this shit in emails or on text messages on the way home. Hey, bro, I don't like the way you were coming at me today, and then push send. I'll catch you nose to nose, real close, get up in your personal space, and talk to you like a man. I don't have to be Debo and to smash people around. I used to be able to do that when I was a teenager, but now I'm older, I can't go around doing that. But I can confront you, and don't be afraid of confrontation. And I think that's really where the crux of the issue is a lot of these guys that are allowing, and again, this could go for any gender, but I like to make videos for men. But a lot of people who allow this to happen to them are just avoiding confrontation. And guys, never avoid confrontation. Never, ever. Don't run from it. It just makes you a bitch. Don't look for it. It's not like you're going to go and say, well, I guess I have nothing to do. Let me go walk around and see if I can find some trouble and find some people to yell at and bark at. Those are the worst managers. Those are the worst friends. Those are the worst bosses, even in the streets. Nobody likes those kind of guys. But when it comes your way, when it crosses your line, when you get that whiff of it, and when you smell it, it's like a fart. You know when you smell it. It's unmistakable. That's when you show those boundaries that you have. The more you do this, the better you get at it. The more that you do it, the more other people learn to respect you. People respect leaders and alphas who have boundaries, who can show where that line is, that you should not cross, that this is the kind of guy I am. I'm a real deal person that should be taken seriously, and I take myself seriously, and I take you seriously. And that can be really empowering, and people can really love that about you. But if you take yourself for a joke, everybody else is going to take you for a joke. If you are afraid to stand up for yourself, verbally, confrontationally, to be able to put your foot down, even if it's amongst somebody who you think is bigger and smarter and richer than you have to be able to show, you don't talk to me that way. That you don't come at me that way. This little vibe, this little attitude you got, we're going to cut this off right here, right now. And to be able to address things respectfully but firmly. This will get you everywhere. It got me far in the streets, but I don't make videos to teach people how to be gangsters. I don't give a fuck about that. Be a terrible gangster. I'm not trying to teach you that. But in business, this will get you far in business. In socially, this will get you far socially. As far as your own personal sense of self-worth, this is where it starts. I mean, this is one of the main categories, is being able to define your individuality and say, this is who I am, take me as I am, or take it or leave it. And the people that don't like it, I'm not going to allow you to troll me. I'm not going to allow you to make bullshit comments, to try to chip me, make little chips away, 1 a day, 2 a day. Those types of people don't get to be around me. They don't get to be in my inner circle. I walk right over them, just like ants, because that's really all they are. They're just little bugs. So don't waste your time on bugs. And don't let them get to you. Don't let them crawl up your leg. It's easy to take care of it. It's easy to have a house without bugs. It's easy to have a world where you get treated with respect that you deserve, that you get to be a man, that you get to be somebody with value. Because you are. And that comes from within. You have to believe that about yourself, and other people catch the fire like a virus. So thanks for watching.